another Generation 2 Plasticon review! Woo! Welcome back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover some Generation 2. When I'm talking Generation 2, I'm talking European. Also referring to Pyro, aka Spark. There's Generation 2 Pyro in his airport fire truck mode. And this thing is absolutely awesome. I have always loved this thing. This thing is like got the coolest design and detail, and the stickers and just everything about this thing is absolutely amazing. I do like this toy a lot, and this is a toy that is extremely finicky for people. Some people out there don't even want to breathe on this toy, and there's a reason for it. Gold plastic syndrome. Yes. Sadly, yes, mine has actually suffered from that, and I actually have fixed this situation. And some people are going to like it, and some people are going to hate it. And you know what? That's just all there is to it. Anyway, I can actually transform this one, so it won't actually just be a, look, here's a picture of it, here's another picture. Looking at Pyro, though, he is just absolutely amazing. Love the fact he's got fire right here, and this is all stickers all the way across, which is cool. I love this fluorescent pink for the light bar. Very cool. And I do like the little kind of blast effect kind of stickers it's got going on there. It's funny how this right here says, it's got this nice little, I don't know, I would say this is probably the airport insignia. And then you got sand. That's supposed to be a big old hammer. Here's your gold plastic portion, well, one of them, with the venting. Around here to the back, you got all this really cool cautionary colors, which if you go and look up actual airport fire trucks, they can more or less look like this. It's got this crazy, like, entire description here on the back. You can almost read it. It's extremely hard for me to read. I might end up having to get a magnifying glass. What's cool, it's got some taillight detail picked out with stickers, which is nice. And over on the other side, he's got the actual number of fire truck he is, which is kind of cool. On this side here, he's got a fuel canister and an axe, which is kind of neat. And that's pretty much it, other than the fact he's got a little bit of detail here on the top. Got another emergency pull lever release sticker here, and then just a random kind of like detail, probably like a cautionary sticker there, and then a couple more little badges that was on the front of the truck. This thing is a very hefty toy, and it's got a lot of weight to it. It's a very cool one. It honestly, when you pick this thing up, it feels solid. It's only got a couple bits that are plastic, that are gold plastic on it, which does set people off from buying one of these. Comparing him to the master of gold plastic, Electro, pretty good sized truck. And let's bring in good old Slingshot, so that way you guys can see these guys all together in one shot. And that's just, you know, kind of showing a bit of a scale. This truck is enormous. It is a very big truck, and I do like it because of the fact of the size. It's just like, yeah, it's in your face kind of thing. It's cool. I like it. It rolls very easily. Electro, by the way, rolls okay. He's not terrible, but it's a combiner limb arm, guys. They're not supposed to roll very well. Anyway, let's get these two here out of the picture, because, you know, this review is not about those. I just wanted to show you guys those for more or less a size comparison, because this guy is enormous. It's hard to scale how big he really is whenever he is in his truck mode. Now, when he's in robot mode, it's not that impressive, but you know, let's go ahead and go into that. Now, the first thing you're going to do is going to pop it here in half. Now, My suggestion is if you ever get one of these, is to pull upward. That way the two clips here can unclip from these, and it doesn't put any stress pressure on these two parts, because these can break. You'll set this aside for now, because, oh no, it's a parts former. Oh well, yeah, there you go. You got a rolling fire engine now. That are a rolling trailer attachment. I don't know. It's kind of funny how these can roll independently themselves. But anyway, next thing you're going to do is pop this here in half, just like so. And these do come down and they will actually click. And then comes some of the most scariest parts of this entire transformation. You'll see mine's entirely black. It's because I have completely modified it and changed the waist. The entire waist on the original one is completely gold plastic. I've actually used bits of Lego, and this is actually a crotch piece to a Combiner Wars figure I used a long time ago that was used for a custom, and that robot more or less got scrapped. Anyway, you'll pull his legs down like this. Now you're going to hear a nice click click. And then you'll spin this here around. Down here, yes, gold plastic feet. Very careful. Very, very careful. That. Now see, since I had repaired this guy, I can actually split him in half, but I'm not going to do that. Go a little further. Take the plate here on the front, and then you'll take here on the back. Yeah, I do this simultaneously, by the way. You can't really do this like independent of each other. You'll take this light bar and you'll twist it. That way you can bring this whole assembly around. You'll pop this down, flip up the head, put this thing closed. Back around to the front. Straighten out the light bar. Flip the bit here up. Now, for some of the more scarier parts, let's transform in these arms. I tend to just keep the fists pulled out about this far on mine. That way it won't put major strain, but you'll just very, very, very delicately do that, because it's got a lot of ratchets, which is one reason why the gold plastic waist tends to get broken on these guys a lot. And then flip this other fist, and then there you go. There's Pyro in his robot mode, which, like I said, he's a big guy. He's got some height to him. I mean, the thing is, what most people don't understand is these guys are not easy to stand up sometimes, considering the gold plastic waist. But here's my G2 eject. I'll put him next to him. Kind of gives you a bit of an idea of the size. This is your scale, guys. He's actually taller than Prime, which is kind of neat. I do like Pyro a lot. He's probably one of my favorite Transformers, just because he's a fire truck. I like fire trucks. Anyway, I'm going to set him aside, and then we're going to focus on this part. Anyway, this part here, it's primarily just a gun emplacement. So what you'll do is you'll flip this piece here down, and you'll flip up this little arm here. As you do this, the whole thing kind of more or less opens up like a gigantic egg, and then it'll come down and click into place. You got this portion here that flips all the way up, and then you got this portion here that comes up even further. because this whole thing here should pop up. It's kind of a pain, but get my finger in there. There we go. It's because it's supposed to automatically do it because it's supposed to be spring loaded. Mine tends to get stuck, but there you go. And you'll just flip up this whole like targeting system, and then it will just successfully kind of set like that. Just kind of have to straighten it all out. As for this part here, this is the part here that gets scary because this is all your gold plastic. And I haven't done this that much with this toy, so please bear with me. But anyway, you flip this all the way up like so. And then you'll bring this part here of its gun all the way around. And then right here is a twisty piece. You twist here. I don't ever pull on this that much. Normally I will just leave it just like that, because I don't want to move this cannon around much, because this cannon can break off because it's completely gold plastic. If you notice, it actually does have a firing mechanism, which actually, no, I just noticed I got it backward. Sorry guys. Anyway, the cannon actually has a firing mechanism that you would turn this little bit here in the back, which actually will turn to actually fire out the missiles, much like your G2 Dreadwing in that mold. Anyhow, take a look at Pyro next to his gun emplacement. It looks pretty good with it. I actually really do like this. This is kind of cool that it almost comes with like its own miniature base, which kind of harks to the whole like Turbo Master thing where you had Thunderclash that came out with like his own trailer that turned into a base, and then you have Prime that has a trailer that turns into a base. This is kind of a trailer, but not really. It's part of him, but you know, honestly, if he actually had an extra set of wheels, he would be just fine by himself, even without this piece. I like the fact that it's a whole ensemble, because it's very cool. I love this toy. This toy is absolutely amazing. It's probably one of the hardest things out there to acquire in Generation 2, especially trying to find one that you can actually fully transform like this and be able to display. Mine, he stays in displayed in robot mode, and that's where he stays, and that's it. I don't normally display him in truck mode with all this stuff, because I try not to move around the gold plastic too much. Care with gold plastic? Guys, there is no fix for gold plastic. It's just a degradation of the molecules that are within the plastic. You can't refuse them. You can't do any of that. The best thing in the world for anybody out there to do, and I'm telling you right now, if you guys out there have a 3D printer, for God's sake, please start reproducing gold plastic parts. These gold plastic parts need to be replaced on a lot of these toys. Mainly because it's getting harder and harder and harder to find these toys, even with the gold plastic still intact, let alone find them where they're completely shattered. So, you guys out there with your 3D printers, please, for God's sake, somebody get around to do this. If you guys need somebody to review them and put them together and show you people how the heck these gold plastic pieces actually work with the toys themselves, I'll even be your candidate. Send me those parts and I will do it. But anyway, this has been Plasticon. This has been another review, and I'll see you guys around because I have plenty more coming your way. That's it for now. Bye.